when did it turn for you with this team, going from a group that could do it all to a team that you thought like, hey, we got all the pieces, let's do this thing?
That's a tough question. I mean, I think, we came out of the gate so strong back in November, October, November, whenever this year began. Obviously on paper, we felt like we had a team that could compete for the championship. When we came out of the gate strong, we lost the first game. I think we went 17-1 after that. Started thinking about, we could do something special. I think the weekend where we beat Milwaukee and the Clippers was huge for our internal confidence, that we could and were going to reach our goal. And I'd say probably those two moments, the way we came out of the gate and that weekend before hiatus hit.
Go ahead, Dan.
Frank, you told me you didn't get a lot of sleep after Game 3, I think it was. What was it? What was it after Game 5? And I guess
Misery.
I'll feel all worth it now.
Yeah, losing a game in the NBA Finals is one of the worst experiences of my life. But our group, I think, collectively felt that way, and the challenge was to channel that into effort and focus and energy and enthusiasm, positive energy, into the next game. And I put a challenge on our group to be a team that's going to respond to losses all throughout the season. Try to never lose 2 games in a row, and that applied to all of these playoff series. We wanted to channel that, whatever you want to call it, the misery of losing a game, into the next game. And boy, did we ever tonight.
I'll go.
Frank, obviously this roster had talent, but in a game like this where you see guys sort of take your direction, you came in famous for your defensive tendencies. For guys to take your direction at that talent level and put it to effect, is this why you decided to coach this team and come to the Lakers, even though at the time there's a lot of uncertainty around the franchise?
Well, there's not uncertainty in my mind with LeBron James. And, I took the job, but we didn't have Anthony Davis. We didn't have really our whole team. It was a different team after the fact, but I've always believed in LeBron James. He's the greatest player the basketball universe has ever seen. And if you think you know, you don't know. Okay, until you're around him every day, you're coaching him, you're seeing his mind, you're seeing his adjustments, seeing the way he leads the group. If you think you know, you don't know. And it's just been a remarkable experience coaching him, and seeing him take this group that was not in the playoffs last year. The roster was put together, overnight, and just taking a group and leading us to the promised land, so they say. He was terrific, just the entire season leading us, and I can't say enough about him.
Yes, so good.
Frank, everyone talked about what a mental challenge it was going to be to win in the bubble. When did you start to recognize, what kind of mental strength your team had? And did you think once you got to the bubble, you had the team that was mentally strong enough to handle everything that came with it?
Yeah, I've always believed in our mental toughness and our experience. Not just LeBron. I believe Anthony Davis was destined to be a champion, and the pairing of the two of them together, took us here. But the experience of the group, the IQ of the group, Rondo, Danny Green, JaVale McGee haven't been there. The talent level of the other guys willing to buy into to starring in their roles. We've had a strong belief in this group. So, when we got into the bubble, it was about focusing on the work, staying in the moment, focusing on day to day. And, if there was one point, I don't know if there was really one point. I think beating Portland was a huge confidence booster for us because they were playing as well as anybody in the world. We know what Dame Lillard is capable of. And it just built, each series from that point on.
Any other questions here before we toss it back to Will? Go ahead, Will.
Okay, thank you. Tanya?
Frank, you said twice, if you think you know, you don't know until you see it every day what LeBron James actually is. Can you think of some moments where that come to mind that sort of describe that feeling and showed you that you didn't know until you were around him?
Some individual moments, that's tough to say. I mean, it literally happened every day. Every day we're in film and we're talking about our team. Every day I talk to him before practice or before a game. This is what I'm feeling about the team. This is a direction I think we can go. I think we can, move the needle some in this direction. And, decisiveness is an incredible quality to have. And, to have his mind and be able to use him as a resource, to partner with him, how things I'm seeing on tape, believing in, with his mind, to collaborate with the decisions on how to move forward with our group. It's just I don't know if there's one or two instances that you can point to, but just every damn day in film, he's leading the charge with getting our team better. And I don't think people can undervalue that.
Brett?
Frank, when you came in, you said the identity was going to be defense. How good or even great was your defense through the first 3 quarters?
I'm so proud of that. Our guys, look, you can have talented team, even a defensive talented team. I mean, if everybody's not working together and everybody's not bought in and seeing the value of being able to suffocate an opponent and take away their strength, you're not going to reach that level. But our guys saw the value very early on, and they bought in. And the first 3 quarters, I'm just super proud of our guys because we were all over the place. We executed our coverages perfectly, and we did it with energy and with passion and with active hands, and we rebounded the basketball, and that just controlled the whole game because with our ability on the break, we're getting stops without fouling. Other teams had no chance with us, getting out on the break. So just very, very proud of our defensive performance tonight.
Frank, I'm going to take 2 more. Bill Orm.
Hey, Frank, congratulations. You talked about this roster and how it was put together essentially overnight. And obviously you brought in new guys over the course of the season. This is a roster that had to be really versatile for you guys to do what you did the way you did it, whether it was Markieff, Dwight, Alex tonight, Taylin won you a quarter in the second round. When you reflect on this group and why all the pieces worked and how and maybe what people missed about how this roster was built early on, what made it the right supporting cast?
Well, I think the buy-in, everybody understanding that we have an extremely deep team, and whatever was asked of them was going to be filled out. The guys were just ready and willing and encouraged to star in their roles, whatever that role ended up being. But the way we wanted to have big guys, that could bang with, some of the bigger centers in the league, and the ability to slide AD over to the 5, the hybrid approach of, being able to play small, being able to play big, but just all of those things factored into it, and the ability to have multiple guys that could defend and dribble, pass, and shoot on the offensive end. Just gave us great versatility.
All right, Frank, I think we're good there. So thank you.
Good? Yeah.